We should just become a traveling circus.
Yeah.
You guys starting to look like a land now.
Yeah.
Kind of like all the colors.
Yeah.
Gonna be the terror of the battlefield.
I'm gonna strike fear in the hearts of all who I meet.
God damn it.
A lot of that kind of chatter as you guys are traveling, just back and forth, little quips, everybody just trying to pass the time for this piece of long travel here. And as it gets to be about 6 or 7 at night, with the sun just having now gone over the horizon and all the colors are starting to leave the sky as it darkens, Ben just says to everybody, "Well, we can stop whenever you boys would like. I don't mind traveling at night, but we've been going most of the day. I'm sure rest will be appreciated."
Yeah, it's a fine decision. Are we kind of in like a? Are we on? I guess. What is the terrain that we're on? Are we like following like some sort of like side road, like through a forest, or where are we at right now? I guess
It's a game
topographically.
trail. Predators hunt on game trails.
Can do it.
He's been leading you down small, kind of less well-traveled paths. It's not one of the roads proper that has had like gravel or dirt or mud specifically placed for a like thoroughfare. A lot of the things are just like hunting trails or people using it as their own personal shortcut to get from one place to another. And it's right now very hilly with moderate tree coverage. It's not anywhere close to the forest that seemed to be there's, from you guys traveling from Hearthmount to Arborsdale, it seemed like the majority of the heaviest forestation in this like whole land is within that like most central part of the continent between like Elidor and Arborsdale, that whole area. So you're now getting to like where it's getting less and less wooded and starting to become more coastal.
So we're in the North Dakota.
Yeah, I guess try and find a hill that's high enough, I guess, to be able to give like a decent look for the surrounding area to take a night's rest. You guys are resting, wanting to rest.
I could take first watch.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking like we gotta try.
Make a survival.
Survival check?
Survival.
I get advantage.
Oh yeah.
Yep, TK,
Yeah.
since you said you were going to look for
Oh, you're gonna
a
do
spot.
Damn it.
I thought it was everybody, but yeah. Yeah, TK.
Non-natural 20.
Ooh, one more time.
Non-natural 20.
Okay. So you just take a second to, after Ben starts talking about rest and how far you guys have gotten, you, from that point, just keep your eyes open for a spot that you think might be suitable to stop and make your camp for the night. So you're just kind of scanning the area. And as it's getting darker and darker, it's getting harder to make out the finer details of the terrain around you. But with the just remaining light left in the sky, you can see this higher up rise that sort of ends in a small cliff that's only probably about 20, 30 feet off of the ground where you are currently. But it sticks out from one of the, rises in the terrain and leads to a flattened area that would have a very nice vantage point from, you could guess, where you are right now. Being up on top of this thing would give you a pretty good vantage of everything around, and it looks like there's a decently large flat area, big enough to make a camp in.
I kind of look at Nox and I'm like, good?
I think it's good.
Okay. You good? All right. Looks like there's enough room for the pupper to run around. Don't let him get near the cliff, though. All right.
I'm between him and the cliff.
Kind of ride up there and start just taking the stuff off the horse. Let it kind of air out.
Relax.
Relax. I don't know.
Air it out.
Yeah.
Food August. We gotta air that mare.
You just gotta.
Yeah, it takes about an
air out the
hour
dangling
for
roots at the
everybody
end of the
to
day.
get their tents set up, the mess kit taken out, a fire started, everything just apportioned where it needs to go, and everything set up for the camp. and then everybody is happily sitting around the campfire, enjoying the reprieve from the road and just continuing to chat as people are either munching on rations or starting to prepare food with the small mess kit you guys have with you.
Oh shit! Do we have anything for the horses?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Food.
no, I don't
For
think we
them.
do.
They graze, don't they?
They do, but
well,
like
they do,
horses
but,
need
like,
oats.
water.
Oats
too.
and water. They can't just
Um,
eat grass. So that's really bad for horses.
Oh.
Ben actually just picks up on you guys having this small conversation, and he just clears his throat. And I do have some extra oats along with me if any of you need to feed your horses. I can go out and retrieve enough water for everybody to be able to drink for the night, but
put my finger up. I say, hold on a second.
Are you gonna?
You can like conjure food.
I kind of like rub my hands together. I go kind of find a spot away from the campfire, just a little bit of ways. I kind of like spend, I guess maybe like a couple minutes digging a
Latrine.
a trench.
Oh, trench.
Like I'm just trying to like I'm just taking what I guess my hand. I guess I don't really have a shovel, but
Dragon claws work.
yeah, I just tearing up a nice, decent sized trench.
I just look
And
at
I'm-
Knerd like, is he gonna poop?
I'm gonna cast create food and water.
He's gonna
The-
poop.
The it doesn't specify what kind of food it is, so is it possible to maybe like have it just be like 45 pounds of hay?
Oats.
Yeah, oats and hay, like a mixture. And then 30 gallons of water.
Oh, that's perfect.
Alrighty.
yeah.
Okay.
You gotta go. 30 gallons, boy. You've been holding
Yeah,
that.
I kind of like pick up on his like little conversations, and I'm like, I turn away from them and like face the trench, and I cast the water in a way that looks like I'm pissing. So I just look like I pissed 30 gallons.
And I'm just sitting there like,
The trench.
Yeah, he turns his back to you guys, and you guys just see him standing facing away from you, and you can see his arms are in front of him with his hands placed in the middle of his body, nearer his pelvis area. You don't know that he's holding his focus, so it looks like he's just holding his dragon parts as he relieves himself for what seems to go on forever until
It's-
there's
it's
30
like the Austin
gallons of this
Powers
stuff and
evacuation.
suddenly 45 pounds of oats and hay.
Evacuation.
Hay starts coming out from the pelvis area.
And
The hay is like, what the hell?
What the hay?
What the
Ben just watches you do this, and just as he's talking, his words just kind of cut out, and he's just standing there staring at you with his mouth hanging open a little bit, just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I kind of like once I've conjured all the
Evacuated.
food and water, I just kind of like turn back, and I'm just kind of like brushing off my my front of my chainmail. So, do
No
you
questions.
guys- horses are good to go. And I,
Just give 'em a
walk
thumbs
back
up.
to my bedroll, and I just kind of like pop open one of my rations.
You're very nonchalant about it, like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, just yeah. That's what I do.
all a day's work.
I don't piss for a week at a time.
Those dragonborns.
It's mostly fishing.
Yeah, look at
Everybody
Cole.
make a perception check.
Reverse.
Perception.
Oh,
Ooh, that's not good.
a fitting.
22.
11. God, I'm too distracted.
Wainwright, you're the only one who hears this, but is not as Heskar is coming back to the group. You just see Ben shaking his head, and you just hear him very quietly under his breath just saying to himself, "Don't ask questions, don't ask questions, just let it go. Don't worry about it."
Well,
this is a fucking like.
I think I want to approach that giant pile of oats and hay and water and
Dive in, bud.
take a big old sniff of the pile of whatever, make sure it's safe.
I'll give you a big sniff of a pile of whatever.
Smells like oats and hay.
Yeah, I mean it says the actually no, it specifically says enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds.
Oh.
Good lord.
So it actually is exactly perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. Okay.
That is.
Well, I'd like to, I guess,
That's
drink
fucking
some of that
hilarious.
water, just cut my hand and just... And,
Clean.
yeah, it's clean water, it's good, it's crystal clean.
Nice.
Some high quality H2O. And I'd like to guide my
Baba with it.
mighty steed over to the hay and the oats and the water.
Vicky Valancourt.
Hoping I can lead a horse to water and get him to drink at the same time.
Vicky Valancourt. The
Oh.
devil.
Yeah, your horse is over, tied up to the tree that all the other ones are fastened to or near. And you can lead him over to the water, and
He gets first dibs.
I just shrugged.
do you? So okay, exactly what do you do?
I just want to lead him over and, like, show him that there's a bunch of food and water for him and the other horses.
Isn't there a saying about if you lead a horse to
I'm gonna have only you make an animal handling check, Sean, since everybody else is on at least good enough terms with their mount. You guys have had a storied past.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Oh boy, there we go.
Okay.
Oh.
I want to use another one, but I can't.
So you lead him over just by the reins, and he allows you to lead him. But once you get to the water, he knows exactly what's going on, and you see on his face that just to be obstinate, he's going to stand there with his neck proud and stiff, straight up, purposely not drinking and looking you directly in the face. Like, yeah, I know what you want. Fuck you.
You should stare back at him and
Yeah.
have a staring contest.
I'm just gonna stare right back at him, and without breaking eye contact, I'm gonna bend down towards the oats and water and hay, and take another big handful of water in my cupped hand, drink it, and just make it look like it's the most delicious water I've ever had, and that he is really, really missing out by not drinking this water.
I love this relationship so
What do you
much.
do with the oats and hay?
I nibble on the oats because people can eat oats, and the hay I just kind of like, I don't know.
Clean your teeth?
I wave them over like a plane coming in for a taxi. I'm using them like the light up flashlight things.
The lightsaber?
It's like, horse, eat. Horse, eat.
Nope. He is thoroughly unimpressed. Like, it's not that he's just indifferent to what you're doing. He's having a negative reaction to what you're doing.
Well, whatever.
Well, fuck you too.
That's one proud steed. It's a stern steer.
I guess I should probably lead him back to the other horses then, tie him back up so he doesn't run away.
Yeah, I guess making sure that I have food and leave good amount of the meat for Fen, and yeah, just I guess let my horse at the oats and stuff. Maybe.
Well, as you guys are seeing to your horses, Ben is kind of just getting a few things from. He's going over to his saddlebags, getting a couple things out of there. He goes over to his tent, gets something out of there, and he's kind of just gathering up some stuff. And as you guys are all taking care of your horses, taking turns feeding them and just making sure they're all taken care of, he approaches your small group, and you can see now that he has a crossbow slung over one shoulder, as well as a burlap sack on one hip, as well as a small quiver of bolts on his back. And he just turns to you, Heskar, and he says, "Well, I'm off to hunt. I figured we could use some fresh meat." And he special requests I should keep my eye out for? Any dietary issues anybody has?
Oh, wait.
How's Fen dealing with other people? Like, is he seem pretty trained? I know you said he seemed basically trained.
He's fine as long as nobody is actively trying to get aggro with you or like obviously do something that would piss off a dog. He's fine.
You should go hunting.
That's what I was just thinking, but I don't know.
He does listen to you better than anybody else, but he does listen to people's commands. But you having spent the most time with him, like getting him to listen to you and to train him a little bit more, he'll listen to your commands almost immediately, and everybody else, they kind of have to maybe say it more than once to him.
Well, I do have a light crossbow. I guess I could probably bring Fen with if you need help.
I could come along too.
Yeah, I guess take off my armor because I'm not exactly quiet in my armor.
Yeah. Take off the bell hat.
So he raises his eyebrow at the comment from the two of you, and he just kind of shakes his head up and down a little bit and just says, "Well, I appreciate the offer. I think tonight I'll go it alone. Just going to get a little bit of food for myself, and I can gather some for you as well. But if tomorrow we could make an event of it, how would you boys wager in a small competition between the 5 of us?"
Oh.
That
What did you have in
doesn't sound
mind?
like something I need to be paranoid over.
I would all be prepared.
You want to do that again, TK?
Say it again.
Yeah.
What did you have in mind?
Well, if you're looking to do some hunting, we could, tomorrow, during our journey, have a little bit of time to have each man go off on his own, have a time to hunt and meet back at a pre-appointed time and show off our trophies to each other, maybe compare our kills, see who might have come out the strongest for the day. A friendly competition between the 5 of us.
I am all right with that.
Yeah.
Kind of give Fen a kind of like slap on the haunches.
Not much of a hunter, but I'll join.
Well, yeah, and I give a Crowan a slap on the face. You fuck!
Crush him a little bit.
You bastard! Yes.
Imagine him just like fucking constantly pecking at the bell.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yep.
ding, 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 ding. Good thing he's not a cockatiel. He'd be yelling at it too.
I'm glad.
So Ben just kind of nods his head again and says, "All right, well, I should return within the next couple of hours. If I don't, obviously something has gone wrong, and you should either return to town or do what you will from there, but don't expect there should be any trouble. I'll see you when I get back."
Hold on there, Ben. I'm gonna give him the whistle that I bought, and I'm just gonna say, if you ever get into a situation, just give this a blow, and we'll come.
Remember, no means no.
And he, for the first time that you've seen Knox, he turns and gives you this look on his face like a kid who knows that he's in on something, and he just like gives you this look as he says, "What do I need to do if I need your assistance?" As he pockets the whistle.
He cold cocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, dude.
But he did give us the "if I don't come back" line, so I was like, okay, here you go, have a whistle.
Yeah, true.
I bet you Ben could probably just KO a fucking dragon.
True. Just a precaution.
And with that,
Just a
he just
precaution.
turns and walks into the darkness out of the camp.
Okay, and I put the whistle back around my neck.
No, I mean, he took it from
Okay.
and he put it in his pocket. He said, "Blow this and we'll come." And he made the joke, "But what do I need to do if I need your assistance?"
Okay, and then I thought I
Yep,
just
yep.
he walked away. Okay.
I guess that didn't.
He won.
Translate very well.
He slammed us.
He slammed us good.
Yeah,
I feel
slammed
totally
us.
dissed.
Slam jammed, dude.
Yeah, got dissed.
He's getting jaunty now that he doesn't have a bunch of responsibilities. He's getting loose and wild.
Crazy Ben staying up past dusk. Oh.
Weekend at Benny's.
Let's hope that doesn't come to that where we have to pretend he's dead.
To get to the tower, just fucking.
He's okay.
Just
We're
rig him up
marionetting
with
him
ropes.
like, hey
I
guys.
think as long as he dies with it.
I'll then have to narrate an inferred scene of intercourse between a young woman and that corpse, and I don't want to do that.
Ah!
True.
Oh, I forgot about that scene.
The rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Rigor mortis.
Stiffness of death.
All right. Anything that you guys are doing while you're waiting for him to come back?
Well,
You can go to sleep if you want.
I go to
Just
sleep.
ask.
I go to sleep. I love sleeping. I'm sleeping.
I said I was gonna take the first watch, so I guess I just want to pop my hood up and stand outside the edge of the campfire.
I'd like to
And
think
just-
that you're just like staring away from the cliffside.
Staring off into the
Staring
distance.
into the distance, letting the wind catch my cloak.
And then it drops the hood and you pull it back up and it throws
Shit,
back down.
shit.
It's fuck, shit.
Well, when the
Yeah,
hood's up, I'm all
silent
blurry, and the wind blows it down, and I become in focus, and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta be blurry again.
Silently reassuring yourself.
Um,
I am the night.
I am the night.
I
The
just,
rope is
I,
just like-
I kind of like lay down on my pad and I just fucking take a snooze and just like wake me up when you want a shift change.
Wake me up when you want to go.
Wake me up
And
inside.
Fenton just comes over and
Can't wait.
curls up next to your head as you go to sleep.
No,
Give him a scratch underneath the chin.
good dog.
He just does the typical dog settling in for a lay down kind of a thing where he just kind of with his tongue like sticks it out a couple of times and then just puts his head down onto his two paws just sticking out in front of him, and he doesn't close his eyes to go to sleep. He's just staying there in a kind of like little sentry position.
That's right.
What a good dog.
Is that what you're thinking over the... you glance for like 1 second at that, you're like, what a good dog. Back at the cliff.
I'm just chilling. Hanging with my pup. Give him pets.
Pets and things.
Still trying to decide on a name for him.
I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh, it was Wednesday.
Come on, man.
I forgot
love
about it.
I love Humper.
Wednesday is a good one.
Wednesday, his full name would be Wednesday, my dude.
Wednesday,
Ma,
my dude.
Well, Bard show.
Well, whatever.
He is Wednesday, my dude.
He is, dude.
Wednesday.
Hey,
This ain't no fucking 90s, alright?
Come on, man.
Get your heads out your asses.
Returning to innocence is all.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's about time.
You'll meet the mystic sage Enya, and she will show you the ways of relaxation and harmony.
H.
Not quite, but
yeah, yeah.
Enigma, but close.
Well, Enya would still
Alright.
be
Enigma.
Enigma.
So,
she's actually.
Wainwright is being stoic. Heskar is taking a little snooze. Nox is just out like a freaking light, and Hingman's hanging out with his little pauper buddy. And it's about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes when Bed comes back to the camp, just walks out of the darkness with a few rabbits that have been tied by the legs together to a single rope over his shoulder. There is a small piece of fur that he's got in his hand right now that he's kind of just looking at, turning it over and just looking at it, and then he puts it back into a small pouch on his side as he enters back into the cat and raises up a small hand, and he's about to call out and say hello, but he notices the two people sleeping, and he just kind of makes a slightly embarrassed, kind of like sheepish face and holds his hand over his mouth as he starts making his way over to you. And once he gets close enough, he just is showing you the rabbits that he got Wainwright, and he just says, he's talking in a slightly hushed tone just to not disturb anybody, and just says, I made out well tonight. Got a few rabbits. Should be good for the morning if you need something to cook.
Thank you, Ben. That was very kind of you.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm preoccupied with my pup. Dude.
This is your chance to connect with Ben.
Yeah, dude. Become best friends. Make him your Commissioner Gordon.
Did I see
I'm sleeping.
Ben
Yeah, we're sleeping.
messing around with that like tuft of fur when he came into the camp?
I don't know. Did you?
You
don't
remember it,
know.
so
That's
I'd
nuts, did you?
I don't know. Did I?
Make a perception check.
I don't think I did.
Thieves' tolls?
No, perception. I spelled thieves' tools wrong and I accidentally clicked it.
Tolls?
It's always going to
I
be
fixed
thieves'
it.
tolls.
See, I fixed it.
Thieves' tolls. That's how you ring them.
What is that new thing you're rolling for? I'm not familiar with that.
The thieves' tolls? It's like a troll toll, but
Yeah. Trying to get into the boys' hole.
Tolls.
the tolls, the thieves' tolls.
Hmm.
Because, you know, you gotta pay the thief before the thief can thief you, you know?
That's just how it works, dude.
You saw him looking at something when he came back into the camp, but you didn't see what it was.
Okay. I'd like to pry a little bit and just be like, so,
What you
what
got
you
there?"
got there?
Greatest detective.
Arborsdale, huh? How about that?
How about them Yanks?
This weather we're having.
And he,
Just thinking that all in his head, and he's just like,
you kind of spook him as you say that because he wasn't expecting. You're not usually the most talkative one, so he wasn't expecting you to like immediately start chatting him up. So he kind of just jumps a tiny little bit as he was just not expecting you to start talking right then, and you can see that he has a small metal container in his hand that he was just about to put up to his lips, and he just kind of turns to you and says, "I guess you caught me. Would you like some?" And he hands you over this small vessel.
Wessel.
Wessel?
lying.
I'll bring it up to my nose and take a whiff. What do I smell?
It's strong. It burns your nose a little bit when you sniff it.
Oh,
Probably some of that moonshine that you guys gave him.
that's probably it.
Boom shine.
moonshine.
I would like to thank him and graciously decline, so I gotta keep my senses sharp.
Fucking nerd.
But I want him to know that the gesture is.
Is that what you're saying from? You're watching this?
You are
What are you saying exactly?
Sitting with my
You're like, you're rubbing the ears. You're like, "Fucking nerd." It's such a passive thing, like you're playing with your
nerd.
dog.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. Just playing.
Do I hear Hingman talking shit?
Fucking nerd.
Did you say it?
No, you don't. What exactly are you saying to Ben?
I just want to decline it graciously and let him know that I appreciate the gesture, but that I do not partake.
About your senses.
About my senses, they gotta stay sharp.
Boy, you have an odd way of saying things sometimes, lad. As he just takes a swig of it and puts the top back on it and places it back into a pouch at his side. Simple no would have sufficed.
Well, it's just, I blame my upbringing.
Just non-stop nerd.
I love this commentary coming from
Did I
Peanut
hear
Gallery.
that commentary?
Fucking nerd.
He's fucking mumbling. Dude.
One more time.
Did I hear Hingman talking shit right there?
You talking shit, kid?
What did he say?
He was just calling me a nerd and shit from the sidelines.
You fucking tattling to Ben.
No, I'm not tattling to Ben. I want to see if I can hear him because I want to do something.
Well, do something about it.
Make a perception check.
Alright,
Okay.
here we go.
Nat 20? Oh, it's a 10.
10.
Nope. I mean, just that, like, out of the corner of your eye, as you're declining Ben's offer in this very, very formal way, you just kind of very quickly glance over at Hingman, just in your guard position right now, just checking up on the camp. In a quick second, you look over and you see Hingman, and his mouth is moving, but you just assume that he's talking to his dog.
You really
We
mean
call
to
it
that.
Wednesday a fucking nerd. You know.
While I notice that he's supposedly talking to his dog, I just want to mutter under my breath, "Fucking nerd."
Ooh.
Reciprocal nerding.
Just the back and forth nerdies.
I just kind of roll over and was like, shut up!
I'm just like, fucking nerd.
Phil, get you to shut up. Yes!
Human's getting fucking snippy tonight.
And Ben just kind of lets there be silence for a couple minutes as he doesn't really have anything to say. Takes out the flask from his side again, takes another swig, and then another couple minutes, and then he just, all right, well, I'm going to bed. Good night. He just walks off towards his tent.
I just give him a quick little salute as he leaves, and continue about my brooding sentry ship. Sentry ship's not a word.